It's not about the lies, it's about what's not said that gets you. What up everybody, it's your boy RJ, and this video was inspired by AstroPig is here on Reddit. He saw my top recruiting lies 2020 video and said it's not what they lie about that gets you, it's about what they don't say. And with that said, let's get down to business. Let's kick things off with number one. Generally speaking, everybody who enlists in the Navy signs an 8-year contract. You heard that right. Even if your active duty time is 4, 5, or 6 years, you're actually signing an 8-year contract. For those 4, 5, or 6 years, you'll be on active duty, 24/7 in the Navy, working and getting paid. After you're discharged from the Navy, your name goes on a list so that in case of national emergency, the military can recall you to active duty. So if you signed up for a 4-year contract, you'll serve 4 years on active duty and then 4 years on inactive reserve. You're not getting paid and you don't show up for work during your inactive reserve time. Your name just goes on the list, so in case of national emergency or need, the military can call you back to active duty. So keep that in mind when you look at your enlistment and you see you have an 8-year contract. Number two, when enlisting, you don't actually leave the boot camp the day you sign your contract. Now, some of you may be saying, I already know that, but what you don't know is that your ship date to boot camp can change without notice. In your enlistment contract, it actually states that by signing it, you understand that you could be ordered to active duty at any moment while you're in the delayed entry program. The delayed entry program, or DEP, is the program you enter after you sign your enlistment contract but before you leave the boot camp. During that time, it's your recruiter's job to train you and prepare you for boot camp. What a lot of people don't know is that in the contract, it also states that your ship date to boot camp can change and you could be shipped out at any time. So for instance, you enlisted and your ship date to leave the boot camp is December 6th. And you get a call from your recruiter stating that you have to leave the boot camp next week. Guess what? You have to leave the boot camp next week because you signed on the dotted line stating that you understand that you could be called to active duty at any point, even if it's before your actual ship date. Generally speaking, that doesn't happen, but you have to know that it could happen. In that same paragraph that states that the Navy can change your ship date at any time, it also states that during the time of war, the Navy can extend your contract without notification for the duration of that war and for 6 months after its conclusion. The next topic is bonuses. Now, we all like money, right? But a lot of people don't know that your bonus isn't paid in a lump sum or upfront. Each bonus comes with a stipulation inside of your contract, whether that be for a certain job or physical fitness requirements or other things. Before the Navy will give you your bonus, you have to meet that bonus requirement. For instance, if you signed up for a $10,000 bonus to be an electronic technician in the Navy, you're not going to see any of that bonus money until you complete boot camp and your training to become an electronic technician. The military sometimes also gives bonuses for physical fitness. And again, you won't receive that bonus until you complete the physical fitness assessment for that bonus. Upon completion of that bonus requirement, you're only going to be getting half of that bonus up front. If you signed up to be an electronic technician and you got a $10,000 bonus when you enlisted, once you complete your electronic technician school, you'll be getting $5,000 of that $10,000 bonus. After that, you'll get a $1,000 bonus on the anniversary of the day you joined the Navy until the rest of that $10,000 is paid out. So you get $5,000 up front after finishing school, and you'll get $1,000 for each year for the next 5 years until that $10,000 is given to you. Minus taxes, of course. You know Uncle Sam got to get his cut. But the biggest untold truth and the bombshell I got for you guys is that you can actually terminate your contract before your ship date. That's right. You can back out of your contract before your ship date and not get thrown into jail. While in the DEP program and not paid as an active duty member, you can refuse to obligate, or RTO, which means that you didn't show up for your final swearing and to ship out to boot camp. In fact, it's actually written in the Navy's recruiting instruction that recruiters cannot threaten DEP members with disciplinary action or force them to enlist or complete their contractual obligations. I can't tell you how many times I've heard stories of recruiters telling people that they're going to be thrown in jail or some other legal repercussions are going to happen to them if they don't meet their contractual obligation. That is counter to the military's all-volunteer service stance and not true. If you back out of your contract And when enlist at a later date, it is up to the recruiting district's commanding officer to sign off a waiver to allow you to enlist again. The reason that is because it shows a lack of dedication to the Navy and the United States government, and they don't want to take the risk that you'll quit again. Are you required to give your recruiter notification that you're going to quit your contract? Generally speaking, that's the thing you should do. You should definitely notify your recruiter if you don't feel like you're going to be able to meet your contractual obligations. Though I went over a couple of things that the military doesn't necessarily tell you, most of these things are written into your contract. So make sure you read your contract before you sign it. And if you want to learn more about the military, how to join, or more behind the scenes Navy stuff, then enlist into my channel by clicking that subscribe button. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Peace.